In this lecture, we will continue discussion on moment of inertia. Okay, we already seen theorems of moment inertia, that is parallel axis theorem and perpendicular axis theorem. Now, we will see the moment of inertia of some geometric shapes. Okay, first I will consider this rectangle. In that first one, the moment of inertia of rectangle about its base. We will see this. Okay, for that I took this figure. Okay, in this AB is the reference line I drawn at the base of rectangle here. Okay, this rectangle having a breadth of B and depth D. In that I considered a small strip of width dy and breadth B, and it is situated at a distance y from the reference axis AB. Here it is seen in this figure. This is the distance y of this strip from reference axis AB. Okay, that one it is given here in wordings. Okay, now you will see what I will do. I will apply the moment of inertia. From definition, we have moment of inertia is equal to integral dA, that is the area, multiplied by distance, square of the distance, that is distance square. Here distance square is r square and area is dA. I took integral to cover entire area of this rectangle. Okay, here r is distance, as I told, that is nothing but y from the figure. You can see here, this is the reference line AB and the strip is at a distance y from the reference line. So I considered moment of inertia about reference line. So this is the distance, perpendicular distance, that is r is nothing but y, and dA, area of the strip. Area of strip is nothing but width multiplied by breadth. Here width or depth is dy, the strip depth is dy, and strip breadth is nothing but b. Here this is the dA, means elemental area is b into dy. You can see from the figure, this area of this strip is b into dy. So from the moment of inertia definition, we have IAB, means I am taking moment of inertia about base. AB is equal to integral 0 to D, means this strip is varying from, if I take AB as 0, and it is varying from 0 to top D. This elemental strip is covering AB, that is reference line. If I consider it as a 0, it is varying from 0 to D. So I took the limit as 0 to D, and area is nothing but B into dy, the strip area, and multiplied by distance square. Perpendicular distance with the reference axis is y square in this figure. Okay, it is given here, taken here. So this is I took B as a common, and this integral I keep it as 0 to D limits, and distance square, this is y square dy. This y square, integral of y square dy is nothing but y cube by 3, and it varies from D to 0, 0 to D, it is written over here. Same, I will write this equation like this form. Then I substitute D in place of y, so, and 0 in place of y, upper limit and lower limit. Then the equation becomes B multiplied by D cube by 3 minus 0 cube by 3, this form. Then moment of inertia about base AB of a rectangle is becomes BD cube by 3. The equation reduces to this form, and this is the equation of moment of inertia of rectangle about the base AB, that is equal to BD cube by 3. This one you have to remember. This is the equation we have to remember, and we can use to solve the problems about its base. Now, okay, similarly, if I take base as vertical like this, okay, the base as vertical like this, then IAB vertical becomes, if I consider this side as base, then depth will be my base. Okay, then this strip is varying like this from 0 to B. Therefore, the equation becomes the moment of inertia with respect to AB vertical is equal to dB cube by 3. If horizontal, then it is d cube. Here, if we take vertical, then it will become b cube. Okay, this is only the difference. Moment of inertia with respect to AB. If it is vertical, then the equation becomes dB cube by 3. This one also you have to remember. Okay, next we will see this moment of inertia of rectangle about its centroidal axis. Means if the rectangle having the sides breadth b here and depth d, then the centroidal axis is at the center. This is centroid. This is the centroidal axis. I took it as a GG, and it is passing through centroid or center of gravity. That's why it is called centroidal axis. So centroidal axis is at a distance d by 2 from base, and also same d by 2 from the top. Okay, because this is exactly situated at the center. Now I found moment of inertia about AB base of the rectangle, that is given by here IAB is equal to BD cube by 3. Now what is asked is IG, means moment of inertia about centroidal axis. This is the center of gravity, and this is the axis which is passing through the gravity of rectangle. So what is its moment of inertia? We have to find. So we know parallel axis theorem. In earlier classes we discussed this and we derived an equation. The parallel axis theorem is given by the product of moment of inertia with respect to centroidal axis plus product of area multiplied by perpendicular distance square. This is y bar square. If I take this as y bar, this is the perpendicular area multiplied by perpendicular distance with the reference axis. Here reference axis is AB. Okay, this is the equation. Moment of inertia with respect to AB base from parallel axis theorem. We have moment of inertia about base is equal to moment of inertia about centroidal axis IG represented by IG plus product of this A multiplied by square of the perpendicular distance, that is A is area. Okay, now we will see. I will apply the parallel axis theorem. Here y bar is equal to y. We can see this figure. Here this is the y bar, centroidal, the distance between centroidal axis and the reference axis. Reference axis is taken as AB, which is situated at the base. This is the centroidal axis, and the distance is y. Y bar is nothing but y. Okay, that is equal to d by t. In this figure, it becomes half of the depth. Okay, then area is given by b into d. This rectangle area is breadth into depth. Okay, now I will take IG. IG is equal to AB, means moment of inertia about base minus A into y bar square. Y bar is perpendicular distance between centroidal axis and reference axis. A is nothing but area of the figure, that is rectangle in this case, so it is B into D. Then the equation becomes IG is equal to, I substituted this one, moment of inertia about its base, it is nothing but BD cube by 3 minus area is B into D, rectangle area it is, and the distance, perpendicular distance between centroidal axis and the reference axis. This is the reference axis, this is the centroidal axis, this is the distance, that is d by 2 square. square of the distance. Okay, now the equation reduces to this form, that is BD cube by 3 minus BD cube by 4. Then if I simplify this, then it will become a moment of inertia with respect to centroidal axis. It is denoted by Ig, that is equal to BD cube by 12. Similarly, if I take reference axis as AB as vertical, like this vertical, then Ig, moment of inertia of centroid rectangle about centroidal axis with respect to vertical, is given by d b cube by 12. Instead of d cube, here it becomes b cube. That is only the difference. Okay, this one we have to remember. Moment of inertia of centroid of a rectangle is given by BD cube by 12. So I will now you will see the polar moment of inertia. Polar moment of inertia, by definition, we have Iz or Ip is equal to Ixx plus Iyy. Okay, that is equal to BD cube by 12 Ixx with respect to x-axis. Then with respect to y-axis, it will become dB cube by 12. Then if I simplify, then polar moment of inertia becomes BD u upon 12 multiplied by d square plus b square. This is the polar moment of inertia of rectangle. Okay, now in summarizing these things, we have moment of inertia of a rectangle about its base. Base is horizontally, it is given by BD cube by 3, and also vertical it is given by DB cube by 3. Similarly, the moment of inertia of rectangle about centroidal axis is given by BD cube by 12. If it is vertical, then it is given by DB cube by 12. These are the equations you have to remember. Now we will see the moment of inertia of triangle. Okay, now second geometrical shape is triangle. In that we will see first the moment of inertia of triangle about its base. For that I construct that triangle like this. In this figure, it is having a base B and height h. Okay, I constructed a small strip in the triangle of width dy and the breadth is L. Okay, then it is at a distance y from reference axis, that is AB. AB, I took it as a reference axis at the base of triangle, and this elemental strip, small strip dy, is at a distance y from the reference line AB, and top remaining will be h minus y. Here it is given remaining distance is h minus y. This one I constructed. Before going, I will use this principle, that is principle of similar triangles. From principles of similar triangles, we have h by b, this big triangle h by b is equal to h minus y, this total h minus y. This small triangle I will consider h minus y by L. This is the length if I took this small triangle. Then the h by b is equal to this remaining portion, that is h minus y by L. I use this principle of similar triangles. I got this one, that is h by b is equal to h minus y by L. Okay, now therefore L is equal to that form, this form is reduced to L is equal to this one. I will take this side, so it will become b by h, h minus y. Now what is the area of this strip? Area of this strip is dy, that is width, and length L. L is nothing but b by h multiplied by h minus y, and this is the length L, and this is the width dy of small elemental area dA. Now I will use the basic principles of moment of inertia. We know the moment of inertia is nothing but area multiplied by perpendicular distance square. Okay, here distance is this y. Okay, so from that we have I is equal to integral dA y bar square. This is distance square, this is area. This integral I will use to cover entire area of triangle. So now from this form is deduced to this. This is moment of inertia about base AB. It is given by integral 0 to h. If I take this as 0 point limit, then the apex will be my h. Apex will be becomes h. This base, if I take base as 0, then apex is h. So integral this area, this strip is covering the area 0 to h. That is equal to dA, area of the elemental strip. I am substituting, that is nothing but b by h multiplied by h minus y, like this, and dy is the width of the strip. Okay, that is multiplied by distance square. It is y bar. Here y bar is y. I took y as a distance between reference axis and elemental strip. Okay, here it is given. See, dA is this L multiplied by dy. That is width of the strip. Then y bar is nothing but y from the figure. This is the y bar. So it is written as y. So I will substitute y bar as y. Okay, then this equation reduces to this form. I took b by h outside and integral 0 to h. This y square h and minus y cube, it becomes and dy. Now I will integrate this. Then y square h becomes y cube h by 3 and y cube becomes y power 4 by 4. This is varying from 0 to h. Upper limit is h, lower limit is 0. b by h, I will keep it as same thing. Okay, then the equation reduces to this form. B upon h multiplies with h power 4 by 3 minus h power 4 by 4. Then the equation reduces to this form. Then the moment of inertia of a triangle with respect to base AB is given by BH cube by 12. This equation we have to remember, and we will use this equation in solving the problems. Okay, the moment of inertia of a triangle about its base is given by BH cube by 12. Now you will see moment of inertia of triangle about its centroidal axis. Centroidal axis is the axis passing through the center of gravity of a triangle. It is I represented this line by GG and center of gravity by small g. Okay, this is the construction similar to earlier figure, and here y is nothing but distance of centroidal axis from reference axis AB, that is at a distance h by 3. We have this h by 3, this distance of centroid from base of triangle as h by 3. We seen this one in earlier chapter, that is in centroid chapter. Okay, now the moment of inertia about base is given by BH cube by 12. Now we have to find moment of inertia of a triangle about centroid axis, that is Ig is equal to how much. So what I will do, I will apply parallel axis theorem. Parallel axis theorem states it is the summation of moment of inertia of centroid plus product of area multiplied by perpendicular distance square. This distance is nothing but the distance between centroidal axis and reference axis. So here y is equal to h by 3. This is the distance from the base. We got from centroid chapter. We know this relation. Then Ig, I will take this side. Then the equation, this equation is reduced to IAB minus AY square. Now area of triangle is what? That is equal to half into base into height, and substitute y, this h by y and a in equation 1, we will get this. This is half into base into h. This is the area of the triangle, and this is the perpendicular distance between centroidal axis and the reference axis AB. This is centroidal axis, reference axis. This distance is hy3. This is the square. This is bh cube by 12 is moment of inertia of a triangle about its base. We saw here earlier slide. This is the moment of inertia about its base. Okay, then the equation becomes like this. Then see, upon simplification of this equation, it reduces to bh cube by 12 minus bh cube by 18. Then I took LCM and I simplified this one, and I got moment of inertia of a triangle with respect to centroidal axis is equal to bh cube by 36. This one we have to remember. Now radius, from radius of gyration definition, we have radius of gyration is equal to under root moment of inertia of triangle about its centroidal axis divided by area. This is moment of inertia of triangle with respect to centroidal axis is bh cube by 36. That divided by area of triangle is half into base into height. Here I substituted. Then the equation reduces to this form under the root h square by 18. Then the radius of gyration is given by h by upon 3 root 2. Okay, what we have to remember here, the moment of inertia of triangle about base is given by bh cube by 12. About its centroidal axis is given by bh cube by 36. These two expressions we have to remember, and we will use these equations in solving problems.